Hey guys.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Y'all know what it is. It's the Big Steel Podcast. Y'all know what we do. Two childhood friends talking sports like only we know. Big in the building.
Once again, it's the notorious Nostradamus, the SKIP. Back again, tell a friend, press that like button, press that share button, press that subscribe button, tell a friend, bring a friend, come again.
Those of y'all that's been asking me, we hear three voices and we only see two people. Shout out to my cousin G behind the scenes. You know what I mean? That's the third voice that y'all be hearing.
Hey, that's our audience.
Russell Simmons, thank you, good night.
Just as much as a part of this as
Yeah,
we
for
are.
real.
This is, you know, we like the new rock, and I only said that because of the debate we had last week.
Right.
It's all good.
Y'all see
It's all
it,
good. It's all good.
I'm their version of Stat Baby. You
It's
feel
all
what I'm
good.
saying? For real though, without the
Hey,
stats. You feel what I'm saying? For real though.
Hey, he's what Stat Baby would be if she was a nigga from New Orleans. Hey, but y'all see it. It's NFL time again.
Yeah, we're gonna get into some
It's NFL time again.
We gonna
The
get-
official Big and Skip podcast, Skip Cut.
Yeah, it's ugly as it is, even though it's blue and gray, but it's still ugly. But we're gonna get into some NFL talk. We probably soon because we know the football coming up. Speaking of football, let's start off with this because I want to save the interesting stuff for later. Y'all know Undisputed, Fox Sports 1, starting back Monday, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. You know, much love to them. They got a new roster. New roster. Skip Bayless is bringing on Richard Sherman, someone who he's had beef with in the past. He's bringing on Michael Irvin, another Cowboy lover. And he's bringing on Keyshawn Johnson. Shout out to Keyshawn Johnson, South Central's finest. What'd you think about that?
I think this is very interesting. It's going to be very entertaining. And I think that it has the potential to blow up in Skip's face and Fox Network's face like Wile E. Coyote going poof off the cliff, or Yosemite Sam or Elmer Fudd when the gun backfires in their face and they got the black face.
Now, I heard that not everybody at Fox was on board with that.
I'm sure.
There was some pushback with bringing those type of people on, but eventually, you know, Keyshawn got let out of his contract at ESPN. We know what's going on with Michael Irvin. We're not going to get into that. Richard Sherman was never signed to ESPN, so he was free to go wherever he wanted. I agree with you. These three guys aren't going to be three guys that Skip is just going to be able to talk down to like they weren't nothing. Like all three of these guys, like Shannon Sharp, had great NFL careers.
Right.
Keyshawn Johnson, if he's not in the Hall of Fame, should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he's borderline Hall of Fame.
Richard
He had a
Sherman.
great career, Super Bowl winner.
Yeah, Richard Sherman is going to be in the Hall of Fame when his time
Yes,
comes.
he will.
Michael Irvin is already Hall of Famer.
Three-time Cowboys
Three-time
Super Bowl
champion.
champion.
You know, it's 5 Super Bowl rings between those three guys.
And a lot of
remember, Richard Sherman already got on his head before.
Yeah, like I said, he's had beef with Richard Sherman.
and
before.
Rochelle Nichols, who has a whole lot of Emmys.
Yeah, there's Rachel Nichols that's going to be on there as well.
Okay.
She knows her sports. You know, we know what happened with her at ESPN. We're not going to get into that either, but she's going to be on there. And the other person, Lil Wayne, is going to make appearances on there talking sports.
And I hope he's sober. What I want to say, before we go on with Rochelle Nichols, if he got into it with Cherie Candidate and
who?
And no, I'm saying Skip Bayless got into it with Cherie Candidate and Jamel Hill and the other blonde lady.
the host on there.
If
yeah.
he got into it with all of them, if Joy Taylor jumped this opportunity to go over to Colin Cowherd's show, I don't think Rochelle Nichols is going to take his shit either.
No, she's not. She's not.
She's been on Entertainment Tonight.
Who, Rachel Nichols?
Yes.
No, she's been on Showtime Basketball podcast.
No, I'm saying, wasn't she on E? Or I'm talking about, I'm thinking about Beatum. My bad.
You're talking about
I get her confused, but Rochelle Nichols,
Yeah, you talking about Rachel
Yeah.
Nichols? Yeah, the one that got in.
Yeah.
The one that was allegedly smashed.
She's still not going to take his shit either.
No, she's not. She's not. And mind you, I'm not the biggest Rachel Nichols fan, but I respect her sports knowledge and her ability to talk sports.
Yes, better than Malik Andrews.
Way better than Malik Andrews. I don't want to talk about Malik Andrews. But I respect her sports knowledge. I respect her ability to talk, you know, especially basketball, because that's what she did at ESPN. So I'm sure she's gonna be more of the NBA person there,
Right.
than the
They'll probably
NFL
bring in
person.
Slick Rick the Bucher, maybe.
Well, he's been on there before, so I don't think he's gonna
Hey,
play.
he's neutral. He's neutral.
Yeah, he's more of I'm a hop between show because he's usually on Speak. He's usually on First Things First. He'll be on Undisputed, so not worried about that. So yeah, that's the new Undisputed lineup. You Undisputed fans, y'all can watch that on Monday. I'm personally not gonna be watching because I'm more of a First Take guy. But shout out to them for doing their thing.
I will tune in for entertainment value. I've been watching Skip Bayless since Cold Pizza, and at first I was like, is he racist? Is he not? Because he used to go after Kevin Garnett and call him Kevin Garnett and call T.O. Team Obliterator and call Allen Iverson, me, myself, and Iverson and
Call
just,
Russell Westbrook.
That's recent shit.
Yeah, but it's part of what he does.
Like, I got an analogy. I'm going somewhere with this. Follow me, both of y'all, right? I compare a guy like Skip Bayless to, and the way he goes about his business in the media, I compare it to the way Donald Trump goes about his politics. And I was having
Mugshot
I just want to say something. I just want to say something.
Mugshot Trump.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere with this. Like, I want to preface this with I am in no means a Trump supporter. I don't even dabble in politics at all.
Mugshot Trump.
But what I want to say is, I had a conversation with the Uber driver the other day, and I said, at first I was blind mad, like a lot of black people, because of his rhetoric. But then if you look at it at the end of the day, it's like, okay, if I was a businessman, who am I going to market my product to? I'm an avid Shark Tank watcher. So you got to have a target audience. You got to have a target audience for your market, right?
Yeah.
Right, Greg? Yeah. So with that being said, it's okay. Donald Trump said, this nigga been in office for 8 years. These white supremacists is ready for anybody to be a president other than him. So I'm gonna go to this audience because I know they're gonna support whatever I say. He ran the company, he ran the United States, he ran his presidency like a business. Like a person selling something.
Yeah,
he was selling something to the white supremacists. Mm-hmm. Like you understand what I'm saying?
No,
and and to bring it back to my point, Skip Bayless,
great big
knows,
wall around the Mexican border, and I will make Mexico pay for that wall.
Right.
Mark my words. Shout out to YG and them for that song.
You funny. Skip Bayless knows, like Eric Bischoff said in his book, controversy creates cash. So,
yep.
Skip Bayless is a provocateur. He says things like, I don't think that he meant for his situation with Shannon Sharp. I don't think he meant for it to go that far.
You say things too, sir. But continue.
I know, I do. But respectfully,
hence your name, Skip.
Respectfully, no.
So go ahead.
He it's business. It's like how we had the conversation with Money Mayweather. Money Mayweather is a caricature. That's a character. It's an image he's playing for money reasons to promote himself. That's not who Floyd Mayweather is. So Skip Bayless, I don't agree with his tactics, but I just don't see this working beyond one season because I see one, if not several of the people we named is going to be new cast members, might get their toes stepped on, and they might stomp back on his toes.
To be honest with you, I think the only person that could happen with is probably Keyshawn Johnson because Keyshawn Johnson never really worked with Skip Bayless like that, and he don't have a history with Skip Bayless. Well,
he was on First Take back in the day.
Yeah, but I don't think he has like the history with Skip Bayless that Richard Sherman has. And then Michael Irvin, like Skip Bayless, is a Cowboy lover. So they're gonna get along great because of that.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Speaking of Cowboys, y'all got a new quarterback. What'd you think of that trade? Well, for those of y'all that don't know, yesterday Trey Lance, the quarterback for my 49ers, was traded to his team, that I don't like saying, for a 4th round pick. So now their quarterback depth chart is Dak Prescott, Cooper Rush, and Trey Lance. Even though I don't know what's gonna happen with Cooper Rush, but
I told you when we started our journey that even though Dak Prescott is black, and I want to believe, I want to support it, I went through 9 years of this with a Latin quarterback in Tony Romo. So that's, you put it together, that's damn near 20 years of, it's like, I want to be able to do this. Mm-hmm. At least I can say with certain quarterbacks, mm-hmm. in the past or present, they may not win, but you know you're going to get this. You feel me? Mm-hmm. You know you're going to get a consistent, this game, this nigga might fuck up or struggle, or you know what you're going to get. Not, this game, this nigga be here, and next game he be here, and then the next game he be like somewhere right here. And that's what you get from Dak Prescott. It's like, you had Jason Witten, you've had Cole Beasley, you've had Amari Cooper. The new kid we got with the dreads, I forget his name right now. We've had so many people on our squad. We've had guys in our offensive line that are going to be Hall of Famers. Mm-hmm. You've had everything you need, bro. We don't need you to be the type of quarterback that's going to throw 40, 50 times a game. That's not what you do. I'm not saying you're a game manager, but if we could split it with maybe like 25, 30 passes, and then maybe like them other throws that you would get, throw in maybe like 5 or 8 design runs, or let you just take off in the pocket. Like, I think you're better suited to do that than to be like, okay, I'm gonna break niggas down from the pocket. No, that's not what you do, Dak. And ever since Jerry basically made Jason Garrett throw you the ball, make you throw the ball more, to see if you really worth the money. That's why it took so long for Jerry to pay you, bro. Because they knew, they seen, but what other options did we have? Go back to obscurity? So, you know, like at a point, my nigga getting older, bro. So that nigga said, hey, go over there. We got an offensive-minded coach. We paying this dude a lot of money for mediocrity and almost famous. So guess what? We can cut our losses after a while. And we can bring on Trey Lance. We ain't gonna have to pay him that much. And if he don't pan up, we can get rid of him too.
Here's the thing with Trey Lance. Trey Lance played 3+ games in the regular season with the 49ers. The first game started, not played, started. The first game he started, he lost to Colt McCoy. The second game he started, he beat the Texans. The third game he started, I'm not going to hold that against him because he played week 1 in a muddy, sloppy, rainy game in Chicago. So I'm not going to hold that against him. And then the next week he broke his ankle.
My question to you is your offensive line as good as our offensive line? Or another team that got a good offensive line, rather?
No, our offensive line is not as good as your offensive line. Our offensive line is better than your offensive line, but that's a debate for another day.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Really.
Offensive line. Yeah, that is a debate for another day.
Yeah, we got probably one of the top offensive lines in the league. That's why
we don't have one of the top offensive linemen in the league.
No, lines, period. That's why we always near the top of the league in rushing yards. That's why we allowed amongst the fewest sacks. Except that game against Philly in the NFC Championship game last year, but whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about the trade. To be honest with you, I wish Trey Lance the best, and I hope he figures it out in Dallas, and I hope they figure it out with him. Because again, Trey Lance is a raw talent. He's not a bad quarterback. It's just that something you said that made a lot of sense. He was drafted by a team that didn't have time to develop him. They drafted Trey Lance with the expectation of Trey Lance was going to grab the horns and just go. And he needed to be developed. So in the team with Dallas, mind you, they're in the same boat. They're ready to go now. Like, Dallas is ready to win now. They're not ready to win 3-4 years from now. They ready to win right now. So is he going to develop in Dallas? I don't know. Is playing behind Dak Prescott going to help him? It should. I'm not saying Dak Prescott's a bad quarterback. So it should help him, but we'll see. We'll see. I want to now.
Yeah, man.
And Greg, you need to get in on this one too.
Okay.
Because I got a couple of topics I want to talk about.
Let's go.
Last podcast, episode 1 for this season, there was a debate.
Yes.
An interesting, animated debate about Paul Pierce. Not saying we're going to talk about Paul Pierce again. We're not going to get into that again.
Right.
But we named the greatest small forwards of all time. We said LeBron James.
Right.
We said Larry Bird. And then we said Paul Pierce has an argument for the third greatest. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Because
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm going to segue.
We're probably about to say the same
We
thing.
made a mistake. And I want to acknowledge that mistake we made.
Let's do it.
We forgot about Kevin Durant.
Right.
Kevin Durant is the third greatest small forward of all time.
Yeah, he is.
With that being said, a question was posed to me at work. Shout out to my boy Alex for this one. Who was better all time? Larry Bird or Kevin Durant?
I'm going with the Bird.
Better.
We had a conversation.
Better
with
Kevin
Carmelo
Durant.
was better.
Just
We
better.
had a conversation with Carmelo was better than Durant.
Stop.
Stop what?
Better. I think Kevin Durant is better than Larry Bird.
Why you say Kevin Durant?
Because to me, he's a better basketball player than me. He's better. I ain't gonna lie, better as a basketball player.
you saying this 'cause he's
not
black?
on the win. No, not on the winning. Not the Celtics just had. They was a winning franchise team, but championships don't
No, we
necessarily.
we talking about this individual
Yeah,
player. We're not talking about.
but KD
Bro,
is
have you ever
definitely
got a
better.
chance to see Larry Bird, bro?
Yeah, I've seen Larry Bird. He's not better than KD though.
All right, man.
Go ahead.
He used to
Go ahead,
give
Skip.
black people problems.
Go ahead, Skip.
Can we pull up the stats?
Pull up the stats.
Y'all
I'm not
talk.
talking
Let's
about
do
the
it.
stats. I'm talking about my eyes.
Y'all talk. Let's do it.
Individual
Let's do it.
basketball player.
Pull up the stats. Look.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and talk.
He
I'll
used to
pull
give,
up
he used to
the
give Magic problems. He used to give Worthy problems. Jamal Wilkes problems. He used to give all them great black dudes in the 80s problems. Go look that up.
Oh man, this is hilarious.
Hey, you go ask any of them black dudes in the 80s, they be like, Larry Bird was the type of cat to talk shit to you and be like, hey, I'm finna go left, I'm finna pump fake, you finna look that way, and I'm finna make it on you. And the nigga would do it. Am I lying, Joe?
No, Larry Bird was that dude.
Like, bro, that nigga used to give Dr. J problems. He used to give problems. That's why I'm just like, you can't just sleep on even if we are,
Business.
G-Baby, even if we are gonna say KD is better. It ain't by that much, bro.
Business.
It ain't by that much.
No, Larry
That
Bird
nigga
is
Bird was
very
official, bro.
No, he's very official. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm just saying, but like I say, this is what we gotta do. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, give me a second because I think
We
that.
gonna put it together, but I ain't gonna think
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it up though.
Was dope.
If I had to give the edge to somebody, I'm not gonna lie, I gotta give it to Kevin Durant.
Right.
I got slightly, and the reason why I say slightly is because I think KD obviously is a better scorer because in the amount of ways
Is he a better
scored
shooter?
he's definitely not a better shooter, but he is an efficient shooter. Like he's not.
They both was efficient.
Yeah, I think Larry Bird was more efficient.
Or was Larry Bird a better rebounder? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say KD is a better defender.
He's a
But
better-
it might be a push on that.
No,
Because when Larry Bird needs to get a stop, he can get a stop.
Yeah, but I think KD was a better defender.
Larry Bird free throw percentage was better. And that's hard to say.
But
That's hard to say.
But I mean, yeah, it is because Larry Bird, I think, is one of like the 5 or 10
Yeah.
greatest free throw shooters of all time. But that's not. I mean, Kevin Durant is like in the high 80s.
Bro, fucking Larry Bird won 3 MVPs in a row.
Yeah, he did win 3 MVPs. Yeah, he did win 3 MVPs. KD won 1 too. KD got 2 Finals MVPs.
No Bird got Finals MVPs?
Bird got, I think he either got 1 or 2 because I know in '86, I think Bird was Finals MVP.
Yeah, hey, 86 Celtics is considered one of the greatest teams ever.
84, Bird didn't win Finals MVP, and I think 81 he did win Finals MVP. So I think he got 2 of the 3
I
championships.
don't know if he got an All-Star game MVP.
Larry Bird?
Yeah, I don't know if he got an All-Star Game MVP. He got a 3-point contest, a couple of
Yeah,
those.
everybody remember that 3-point contest he won. No internet connection, okay. So yeah, that's my take on that discussion. Yeah, I think, I don't know, I give KD the slight edge. What I will give advantage to Larry Bird over, because we talk about in another discussion I want to get into, I was talking about how Magic Johnson saved the NBA. Larry Bird was a part of that too. Magic and Bird saved the NBA in the 80s.
And I got a question for you, right? This is off script. This is just something I thought of in my head, right? Right now, if you had to go, not even just because he's a Laker, but right now, since we're talking about greatest small forwards ever, LeBron or Slim Reaper?
LeBron.
Why? Not just because he got more championships.
Better all-around player. Better passer. More athletic. KD is a better scorer than LeBron James.
Better scorer, better shooter, better free throw shooter.
That's always scoring. KD can score in more ways than LeBron James. The crazy thing about that is I think they have like the same career average. Like they both average 27 a game for their career. KD and
Who's had a
LeBron.
bigger impact in the league? I'm not
That's
talking
not
about
a real.
I'm talking about off the court. I'm talking about on the court.
That's not a real question. That's LeBron. Is that way more impact on the league than Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant is probably the greatest skilled scorer that I've ever seen play, not named Kobe Bryant.
Okay, you're saying that, and you keep trying to knock my argument down when I compare Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant, said that Carmelo Anthony is a problem. He can score.
He says that about a lot of people. What does that mean?
He said he can score.
But what is it? We know Carmelo Anthony is a problem. Nobody's denying that. But Kevin Durant's a better player than him. Carmelo Anthony's game was scoring the basketball. Kevin Durant is more than scoring the basketball. Kevin Durant can rebound, he can pass, he can defend. You didn't look at Carmelo Anthony as somebody who could rebound the ball well. You damn sure didn't look at Carmelo Anthony as somebody who passes the ball. And we know this nigga Carmelo ain't never been no defender.
You're saying Carmelo is our era as James Harden?
Carmelo Anthony is, give me the ball, I'm gonna get you 40 a night. If you
I
give
mean,
me that
that was
shot.
Kobe.
If you give me Kobe was made 9 all defensive first teams. Are you serious?
I'm not arguing that. Nigga, nobody said he didn't play. I ain't saying that. What I'm saying is Kobe was a bucket too.
Yeah, but Kobe was an all-around player. Kobe was somebody you could give him the ball and run the offense.
So Tracy McGrady is better than Carmelo too?
Yeah. Tracy McGrady was a better player than Carmelo Anthony.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I said it.
I'm fighting that one. Bro.
Yeah, Tracy McGrady was a better player than Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony got out the first round, bro.
Yeah, that's team success. We talk about individual success.
Individual success, I don't know, bro. That's a hard one. That's a hard one right there, bro.
What's
Team that
hard
played the
about-
3 or 2.
Huh? He played the 3 and the 2.
So should he be in the discussion of all time?
He's more so a 2 than a 3.
What about VC?
2.
All right. I don't know, bro. That's hard.
It's not. It's really not. It's
So
really not.
Carmelo's
Because
not an
remember,
all-time small forward.
Carmelo Anthony's a small forward.
Top what? Top 5, top 10.
Maybe top 10. I don't know. But you're basing your argument of Carmelo Anthony on the fact that he could score. Like, it's a lot of people that play basketball who could score. Remember Kevin Martin? He could score. Is he one of the greatest shooting guards? Is he one of the greatest shooting guards of all time? No, because all he was about was getting buckets. Now I'm not saying that to hate on Carmelo Anthony, because Carmelo Anthony's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. He's that good. But let's keep it a buck. Carmelo Anthony was about scoring the basketball. That's what he was about. What else did Carmelo Anthony do well on court? I'll wait. I'll let you think about that.
I don't have an answer.
Because you know all he did well on the court was score.
I mean, damn, you say that about him. That's what a lot of niggas do. What they do best.
And that's
what would the Rangers do best? Score.
And why you think he ain't in the category of a Kobe Bryant or an Allen Iverson?
Because he got hurt.
All he did was score the basketball.
Because he got hurt.
Like,
All he did was score.
Gilbert Arenas lied and said every time he played the Lakers, he dropped 30 on them. And Josiah called him out and said, your career average against the Lakers was 24 a game. No, you didn't always score 30.
He was rounding up. He was rounding up.
No, 24 rounded. You rounded up to 25.
Man.
Like,
I
come on,
said
man.
he was rounding up instead of down.
Cats inflate their stats because they score points. That's great that you can score a point. You know who else you can score a point? Somebody that be on Gilbert Arenas podcast. Shout out to Gilbert's podcast. Brandon Jennings. How come he ain't in the league? How come he didn't last long in the league? But all he did was score the basketball. And this nigga be on there talking like he an all-time great.
Shout out to Rashard McCants too.
Oh, I got something for you later, Rashard McCants. Your punk ass. I got something for you later. Scoring is cool if you can score the basketball. Scoring the basketball doesn't make you better than someone who can score and play all around. That's why I say Kevin Durant is better than Carmelo Anthony.
Kevin Durant a better all-around player?
He can do everything else that Carmelo Anthony can't do.
Such as?
Defend.
Okay, I give you that.
Pass the ball.
But he didn't start defending until he got to Golden State.
He started
defending.
So let's be honest. He started
defending
defending in Oklahoma City, sir.
Excuse me?
Yes. He was defending when he was with Oklahoma City.
All right.
Carmelo
what other than defense? I'm gonna give you that.
Defense, rebounding, passing the ball. He scores more efficiently than Carmelo Anthony. Because if you both of them in their prime, Kevin Durant, Carmelo Anthony, both of them
we gotta argue. We know Carmelo is a volume scorer. Durant is not a volume scorer.
Exactly. Durant is an efficient scorer.
Yeah.
To me, that makes him a better scorer than Carmelo Anthony because he's more efficient than Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, 30 points. It'll take him 25 to 30 shots.
If that's the case, why do Mike? And I'm not saying this. I don't want no flack. This is the Big and Skip podcast. Michael Jordan was inefficient, but
Michael Jordan shot 50%. He shot 50% from the field for his career.
Man, I remember some games that nigga shot like 10.
Everybody had games where they had bad shooting night. It happens.
No, he still had points, but it was like
the
ratio.
The game against Utah when he hit that last shot, he had 45 points that game. He took 45 shots. Everybody has bad shooting nights. It happens. I'm talking about throughout the course of a season, the course of a career. Michael Jordan shot 50% from the field. Kevin Durant is way more efficient.
And he was a great free throw shooter.
And he was a great free throw shooter. I remember somebody, this is cat on Twitter, that, I don't know, I call it the shit on Jordan to make LeBron great tour that he's on. He posted that in the 1992 finals, Portland was playing the Westbrook defense on Michael Jordan when he was shooting threes, right? And he posted it from game 1 of that series. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, ain't this a game Michael Jordan went 6 of 10 from 3?
Yeah, but he didn't do that the rest of the series, though.
He won finals.
For a game.
Yeah, he won finals MVP, though.
I'm not arguing that. I'm saying he did that for one game, though.
Right, but my point is that we're making...
You remember Portland did win 2 games, and like they got swept.
They lost the series. I don't care how many games they won. They lost the series.
They didn't get gentlemen swept, and they didn't get swept.
I don't care. They lost the series, and Jordan killed Drexler in that series. Anyway, my point in saying that is that...
we see Drexler average 25 in that series.
And how much did Jordan average in that series? All right, then. We had the same argument with AD and Nikola Jokic. AD averaged 28 and 14 in the West Finals. But what's the narrative? He got killed by Jokic. So what's the?
Nah, I got you.
What are we saying?
I got you.
Let's not do that.
Yeah,
Drexler got killed by Jordan in the 92 finals. I don't care how many he averaged. He got murdered by Jordan in the 92 finals. What I'm saying is that that dude was posting, oh, this is the type of defense they play on Jordan because Jordan is not a great
I can't agree with that, bro.
What do you mean?
If you saying, how you gonna say a nigga got murdered, but you gave up 25 points for the series?
Because you did what you supposed to do to win the series and you destroyed the person who was guarding you.
But you got bled though.
Did AD get killed in the West Finals?
Yes.
He averaged 28 and 14. What are you saying?
All right.
We're not going to move the goal. No, we're not. No, we're going to keep the same energy. We're going to keep the same. No,
if you give it up buckets, even if you get buckets,
no, because nobody said that about Jokic. AD averaged 28 and 14 in the West Finals. That's a great series.
Yeah.
But he got killed, right? Drexler averaged 24, 25 in the 92 finals. That's a great series, right? But he gave up over 30 to Jordan. What do we let's not move the goalpost. Shaq had a great 95 finals, 28 and 12. What's the narrative? He got murdered by Hakeem Olajuwon, right? Because Hakeem Olajuwon averaged
the biggest story is 4 free throws in the end of his career.
I'm talking about the whole career, not that one game.
All right.
We can't move the goalposts. Let's not do that for Clyde Drexler. If these other two cats got killed, when they put up big numbers because the person that they was guarding averaged over 30, let's not do that to Drexler because the same thing happened to him. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. Another debate that really got some heat today. Not today, this week. Stephen Curry. He was on Gilbert. He was on Gilbert's podcast this week.
Oh, he was,
or whatever day it was, and he said something that got everybody's blood flowing. He was asked, "Is he the greatest point guard of all time?"
Are you the best point guard ever?
Yes. I have to, yes. It's me and Magic. That's the conversation.
Yeah.
What was his response?
His response was, "I am the greatest point guard of all time." The discussion, he said, the discussion is between myself and Magic Johnson. And after that is nobody else.
He's mine.
And he said he's the greatest point guard of all time.
No, he's maybe the third.
So the question that I was going to present was, do you agree with Steph Curry? You already gave your answer.
Yeah, it's deep.
Now, I also said it's Magic, and it's Isaiah Thomas, and then we can talk Steph Curry.
No, and then we can talk whoever else.
No,
Steph Curry, whoever else.
No, we can talk Steph Curry. I'm going to give Steph Curry his respect. I'm not going to.
John Stockton, Gary Payton. Are you talking about shooting, or are you talking about overall players, career accomplishments? What are we talking?
Everything. Player, overall career accomplishments, everything. Steph Curry, give me Magic over him.
Is Steph Curry better than Ray Allen? Quick. I need an answer quick.
That's two different positions, man.
No, I'm just saying overall, to you.
Not really.
Thank you.
But that's
so if he's not better than Ray Allen, how is he the
you're talking
best point guard?
You're talking two different positions. Ray Allen's not a point guard. We're talking point guards, not all positions. Point guard. Ray Allen's not a point guard. Stick to the.
So there's no other point guard besides Zeke you can think of.
Who?
I just named like 3.
Gary Payton had a better career than Steph Curry? No. John Stockton had a better career than Steph Curry?
Yes.
No.
Not championships.
The championships
Gary Payton won a Defensive Player of the Year award. That's
championships is included, man.
I feel you.
You can't
is included then too.
Yeah, MVPs is included, which Gary Payton never won. Which Gary Payton never won, nor did John Stockton. They never won regular season or finals MVP.
All right, so is Steph Curry better than AI?
I think he's a better all-around player than Allen Iverson. I think Allen Iverson's a better. I think Allen Iverson's a better scorer, but I think Steph is a better overall player. And not by much. But I would get that a little bit to Steph Curry over Allen Iverson. As a matter of fact, now we got the third person coming back in. Let's present this question again. Have a seat, sir.
Yeah, man, we need you to get in this,
we
man.
need you to chime in on this one.
Stat, baby. Pause, no homo.
But yeah, just stick to the lane. We're not talking overall positions, overall player. We're talking strictly.
I'm trying to think of somebody else, man.
Who? Like I said, I'm still waiting.
Because it's crazy. Like, okay, when we saying the greatest point guard, of course we're not gonna argue my nigga Irvin, right?
It's not even a discussion.
But when we say Irvin,
hold on.
When we say Irvin, why are we saying Irvin? Because of the championship? Or we saying because of the overall career accomplishment?
Everything.
Because of the impact on the game? What we saying Irvin?
Impact on the
I don't want to say
four general
assists.
Yeah, Magic.
If that's the case, then you got to put CP3 in there then.
He ain't never.
He's not better than Steph Curry.
He ain't better than Steph Curry.
Are you serious?
He's not better than Steph Curry.
What did you just classify the credentials for?
I just
We're
said,
talking over.
I just said,
Okay, so now that you kind of got an idea, let me rephrase this for you.
Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas podcast, Steph Curry was on there.
Yeah.
Steph was asked the question, does he think he's the greatest point guard ever? Steph said he thinks he's the greatest point guard ever.
Nah.
He said the conversation is between him and Magic Johnson and nobody else. But he said outside of that, he thinks he's the greatest point guard ever. Now, I think all three of us can agree that Steph is full of shit. He's
Right.
not the greatest point guard ever.
Isaiah Thomas and
Now,
Magic.
now, me and him both agree.
Right.
There's Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
There's Isaiah Thomas.
Right.
And then we can talk Steph Curry.
Yeah, I'm agree.
Okay, so here's the names this man brought up that we want to talk when it comes to Steph Curry. Who he thinks can have an argument. He said John Stockton,
He's a great point guard, but not better than Steph Curry.
Gary Payton.
He's a great point guard, not better than Steph Curry.
So right now, what I'm trying to figure out is
Also
who
said Allen
else?
Iverson.
He's better than shooting guard.
Man, hell no, bro.
Okay, so I'm still trying to figure out
He
who
played
else.
like a shooting guard.
I'm still trying to figure out who else. 'Cause we just said Gary Payton, we said John Stockton, we said Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was more of a hybrid guard, two guard, so we put him with the Kobe's and the Wades and those guys.
Yeah,
So right now, we still waiting for more names. He said Chris Paul. Steph Curry is better than Chris Paul.
Earl of Pearl.
there you go. You know better than that, man. You know how to do that.
You ever watch Earl Monroe play basketball?
Yes, I seen him play.
Have you ever watched him play
You know,
live?
ESPN Classic.
Have you ever watched him play live?
No.
No, we're not talking about Earl
See the
Monroe.
full season?
Pistol Pete.
Have you ever watched Pistol Pete play?
ESPN Classic.
Have you ever watched him play
You see
live?
the full season?
We talk about guys that you've seen play live,
Right.
not ESPN Classic.
All right.
Guy that you've seen play since August 16, 1982 to now. You've never seen Pistol Pete play live. You've never seen Earl Monroe play live because those guys were retired by the time you were born. You've seen
Okay,
Steph
I got
Curry.
one.
You've
I
seen
got
Steph
one.
Curry play
I got
live.
one.
You've seen
I got
Magic
one.
Johnson.
Penny Hardaway.
What was
No.
Penny Hardaway.
No.
What was Steph
Penny
Curry?
Hardaway.
No.
He didn't play over there.
No, he didn't play long enough. And Penny, my favorite non-Laker player of all time.
Yeah.
He didn't play long enough.
No. Now, what did Steph say that makes him the best over Magic Johnson, if he was saying?
He didn't say it. He just thinks he's the greatest point guard of all
Yeah.
time. But the only thing that he's better at Magic than is shooting.
Yeah.
He wasn't a better defender.
What about the assists?
No.
I'm asking. I'm not trying to sound
You know
stupid.
damn well he don't got more fucking assists. He don't got more assists than
Definitely
Chris Paul.
assists.
He don't got more assists than
I'm
Chris
just
Paul.
asking.
You really think Steph Curry got more assists than Magic Johnson?
I'm not asking. I'm asking. What is the? I'm asking. Like if we compare stats, how he
All right,
said
here we go.
stats.
Let's really do
See,
this.
first of all, I can't pull it up.
All right.
I wish I could pull it up on there.
Oh, your phone died?
No, this internet thing. fucked
Oh.
up. But I have to.
Oh,
No. Trust me. When I do this, it's gonna be up there. Y'all gonna see
Okay.
it. Magic has. I'm trying to remember all this off the top of my head because I have it on there. It's gonna be up.
Yeah.
Magic has
For his career.
for his career over Steph more rings, more regular season MVPs,
Yeah.
more Finals MVPs,
Yeah.
more assists, more rebounds, more steals.
How many regular season MVPs Irving got?
5.
Regular season?
Right.
Damn, I thought that nigga only had like 2, 3.
You got 5, man. Man, damn thing I'll tell you, man.
Damn. that's
You forget
crazy.
who Magic Johnson is?
Yes, I do. I do.
Right.
The greatest point guard of all time, the greatest passing point guard of all time.
Hey,
would be
the greatest leader of all
the
time.
greatest leader of all time. That's an argument for another day. The greatest leader of all time. Saved the NBA in the 80s. 5 chips. 3 finals
many finals
MVPs.
MVPs?
3 finals MVPs.
All-Star game MVPs.
The All-Star game
92.
MVP in 92. I think he got 2 of them.
No.
I think he got 2 of them. Steph only got 1.
Only thing Magic didn't do was defend.
Magic was a pretty adequate defender. He wasn't a
Better than Steph Curry.
He wasn't a trash defender. He was a better defender than Steph Curry.
Steph Curry.
He's a better defender than
little.
Steph Curry.
He little.
I mean, that-
No, he's better defender than Steph Curry, bro.
So you'd rather him be out there.
And like I'm
So you want him to hack niggas?
hold on, I'm gonna reiterate this again because there's a person that's probably that told me I just don't like Steph Curry. It's not a lie. Steph Curry was my favorite player to watch.
Steph.
Huh?
I thought you liked Steph.
I do. Steph Curry has been my favorite player to watch play in the NBA since Kobe retired. So let's get that out the way.
Right.
I love Steph Curry. He's not fucking better than Magic Johnson.
No.
It's not even close.
He's not better
Now,
than
let me
Magic
ask
Johnson?
hold on. Let me ask another question because this is something else that was said. All right, Magic got 5 chips.
All right.
Steph got 4. If Steph wins another championship,
No.
does that put him over?
No. And they about to
I don't even need to finish the question.
player.
They don't even need to finish the question.
Because
Because
he's still not gonna have. He's still not gonna have more.
Let me tell you how crazy this argument got. Stephen A. Smith
Right.
went on First Take. First Take. Says he agrees with Steph Curry. That Steph Curry is the greatest point guard of all time. You know who Stephen A. Smith got a text message from? Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Said, I'm gonna make this clear. Magic Johnson is the greatest point guard of all time.
Right.
Pulling up on Michael Jordan? Anybody out there, y'all pulling up on Michael Jordan? Who played against Magic in Magic's prime?
And really didn't beat Magic in this prime.
Didn't beat Magic in his prime.
That nigga
1991, Magic Johnson was not.
Magic on the way going
Magic
out.
Johnson was not in his prime in 91.
Hey.
Prime Magic? Oh, that would have been the
Wait, let me
closest.
tell y'all-
I'm not gonna
They
say
never won nothing.
I'm not gonna say the Lakers would have won that series.
No, it wasn't one.
Because Chicago was a young, hungry team. It wouldn't have been no 4-1.
Hey,
I
they
can
was
guarantee that.
losing.
That series would have went 7.
They was losing until them two niggas got old. Let's be real.
Yeah,
what I'm
that series
saying.
would have
That's what I'm
definitely
saying.
went 7. If we talk about young,
It was really the
if we talk about
championship
young Gazelle of the '80s, Magic Johnson that was running past everybody up and down the court. Nah, that series is going longer than 5 games. That series is going longer than 5 games.
I want to say, one of the saddest days of my life.
November 8th,
in Los
1991.
Angeles.
November 8th,
Beside when the bro got killed.
November
Rest in
8th,
peace, my nigga Nip.
November 8th, 1991.
That press conference,
At the Forum.
that shit like broke my heart, bro. Like,
Right.
I couldn't believe it, bro.
Now everything I love.
Hey, look, thinking about that press conference, it made me feel like Snoop. My mind starts tripping, a tear falls my eye.
Well, here we go. How many seasons Steph Curry been in the league?
13?
No.
Well-
He got drafted in 07. So I want to
Hell
say,
no.
yeah, he did. 07 was the year Minnesota made the
I
mistake.
thought he got drafted in like 2011.
So what does that mean?
2007 was the year.
So how many years that
Oh! Is he better than Derrick Rose?
Steph Curry?
Yes.
Yes. He's not more athletic than Derrick Rose, but he's better than Derrick Rose.
I ain't gonna lie. Due to how the situation went, but to me, if that nigga don't get hurt,
Oh no, yeah,
I don't
definitely.
think from. I don't think that nigga.
Definitely.
That nigga.
Derrick Rose is always gonna be another what if.
Yeah.
Like he's with Penny and Grant Hill.
How
He's
many-
gonna be another what if. But I think 16, 17 years now.
So he been at 16,
Yeah,
17
yeah.
years.
I think he's going into
So-
17 years or 18.
How many
something like
points?
that. He got drafted in 2007, bro.
I'm saying, I didn't know he got drafted this.
He got drafted in 2007, the year, was it
Kevin Durant got
2000?
drafted
No,
in
2009. I think 2009, my bad. Might have been
I'm about to say,
09.
you tripping,
But it wasn't 20, it
Like
wasn't
even when we had
2011.
this conversation when they was
got
actually
drafted.
nigga in the remember with the other guy about Steph Curry, is he in the top
Is he
five?
the top 10 all time?
Nigga, if you're not top 10 all time, how the fuck you better than Magic Johnson?
All right.
Because Derrick Johnson is for sure
It's
a top
Magic
10.
Johnson is top 5 dead or alive.
It's Steph Curry
I
and
think the
Chris
five.
Paul.
I think the 5 greatest player ever, and y'all can debate me on this
Yeah.
all y'all want to. Not in any order.
Order, yeah.
Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem, and Kobe. Top 5, dead or alive. Fight me on it.
I can't argue.
I gotta take one name off, but
Who?
I agree with
Oh
everybody.
no, we not even gonna get into that because we already know who.
When-
I said Magic, Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, and Kareem. We already know who.
Nigga, I
name,
agree.
we know who name he gonna
Oh,
take
yeah, we
off,
know he
so
gonna
we not
take
gonna
off.
get into that because you still don't get it when it
Yeah.
comes to
Will
LeBron.
Chamberlain is not better than LeBron James.
Like I said, we're not gonna get into that.
Now, how many points do Steph Curry even have?
I think he's at 20. Damn, I wish this shit could bring it up. I want to say he's at 23, 24,000.
I thought he had more points
20,
than that.
20, I don't know. Off the top of my head, it's somewhere 20 something thousand.
How many points do Stephen Curry?
Something like that. Like I think he got more points than Magic like throughout his whole career, but he played longer than
How many
Magic.
points?
I think that's what a lot of times where we kind of,
Man, Stephen Curry got 21,000.
okay, somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's not even a lot. And he shoot threes mostly.
Yeah.
That one is to me. That's like you tell me. It's the sensation.
Put it like this. Put it like this. Put it like this.
It looks great.
Put it like this. Even another question.
So how many points do James Lillard got then?
Not more than Steph. but because I don't think he got 20,000 yet.
Yeah.
There was another question that got posed: who's had more of an impact on the game out of Magic and Steph? And I still say Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson.
Because check this out. There were no big point guards in the league before Magic.
No.
There were nobody 6'9", 2 whatever.
They didn't even run like that.
No, they didn't. Magic changed.
Magic should have been a power
Magic
forward
changed,
or a small forward.
but he played point guard. Magic Johnson changed the point guard position for the Penny
Right.
Hardaways of the world,
Right.
for the Sean Livingstons of the world,
For the
LeBron,
Smitties of the world.
huh?
For the Smitties of the
The
world.
Smitties of the world. All these people that could play
No, fact.
point, that were
Fact.
6'5", 6'6", and up, they started with Magic Johnson.
No.
Now, granted, Steph changed the game because of his shooting.
Yeah.
Got all the kids out here thinking they
Changed
can
the
pull up
generation of
40.
basketball. He
And
changed the
knock down
whole
threes.
generation of basketball, y'all.
But so did Magic Johnson.
In what aspect?
But to me, Stephen
What
Curry changed the whole
How many people-
changed the whole thing of basketball for the worst to me. Because
I agree.
nigga, not for the best because now
Because you got everybody thinking they can pull up from half court
right,
and
ain't no
shoot
big
threes.
man no more, ain't no position no motherfucking more.
Yeah, he changed that as far as the game is not
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
through
yeah.
bigs anymore.
I
It's playing
agree.
through guards.
Ain't no position.
So this is what I want to say right now to what you just said. You just agreeing with everything I said of how I said basketball needs to go back to how it used to be.
No, I'm talking
no,
about violence.
no.
You agreeing with
No,
me?
you talking about violence, nigga. I'm
I'm
talking
not
about
talking about just the violence. I'm talking about just the way the game used to be played.
No,
Like,
listen.
like more structured, bro. Like,
Listen,
look, I'm gonna give you an
ain't
example,
no
right?
structure. It's about like I
It's not
said,
even- yeah, it's
it all listen, man, it all look the fucking
You gotta play to your strengths, though.
Listen,
You gotta play to your strengths,
listen.
though. You gotta play with your team
hold
do
on.
best.
I'm not saying go back to what he's talking about. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's talking about go back to that old
Knock the niggas' head
that
off.
old robot. Not even the violence part. Cause I'm not even gonna get into that. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
fuck that
fucking
robotic
stupid.
shit. I'm
He's
not
talking
talking
about the robotic dribble down the court, dumping
Right.
into the center. Boom,
Right.
boom, boom. No, fuck all that. That's
That's real
boring.
basketball.
That's why they changed the game because it's boring.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck if it's boring?
Nah.
But
The
like,
people that
everybody
the people that
play.
pay money to go to the
Y'all,
game
look,
give a fuck
y'all
about
sound like the
it or
nigga at
not.
my job. Shout out to the homie artist at the job. Look, the nigga was like, I said, why football went away from I formation and fullback?
Because that's
and
boring
running back.
football.
That's
That's
not
not-
boring, nigga.
it's
That's
boring.
boring football. That's the way
It's
they
boring.
need the game to be played.
Yes,
That's what they constituted it
I
to be.
still-
And nobody will watch.
I still want
Change
to
it
be
from what it's
entertained.
supposed to.
Dog, sports is
Hey,
entertainment, man.
y'all niggas is talking about crack. I'm talking
No,
about
we-
coke.
no,
Y'all
sports
niggas done diluted the shit and put baking soda in it
Sports
and made
is
it some
entertainment.
bullshit
Sports
to
is
mass
entertainment.
produce it.
Sports is entertainment. Just because you like old boring sports,
It's not boring.
It is boring. That's why they changed the game. It's boring as fuck. Nobody will watch.
The Celtics wasn't great basketball.
They were boring. They were boring. Nobody wants to watch boring. People don't pay money to go to
You want
these
to see
games.
good basketball? You want to see bullshit?
I want to see good basketball and entertaining basketball. That's what I want to see.
Okay, look. So it's no part of the basketball we grew up on that was entertaining you at all.
Hell no.
As a
Hell no.
fan as big as I am.
No, it wasn't entertaining. It was boring.
All of it.
Majority of it, it was boring. Now, granted, what it takes to win, I'm not telling them go for what it takes to win, but I do like to see some type of entertainment when I watch basketball.
Yes.
I want to see some type of entertainment. That's why we go back
I don't give a
to.
fuck if a nigga got flair or swag. I want to see a great game played the right way.
Why you think, that's why people like Larry Brown ain't got a job in the NBA. Play the right way. Play boring basketball. Nobody want to see that shit, man.
Right.
That's not what people pay to see.
Yeah, that ain't-
Now, granted, if you a coach in the league, that's what you could coach. You could coach the fundamentals. You could coach playing the right way. But you got to put some type of entertainment in the game.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Off subject, right? Off script. He can speak to this because he got a daughter, right? That's like me and you raising our daughters. Like, yeah, you know that nigga ain't no good, but if you act like a square and don't have no personality and don't open up and don't have no people skills, nobody ain't gonna want to talk to you. But yeah, we know if you be that way, you're not gonna be no hoe. But if you be over here, motherfucking trying to be a social butterfly and trying to be in everybody's face, that you're gonna wind up maybe being a hoe or hanging with
That's
some
not
hoes.
true. What you just
Like,
what you
come
said
on,
is
bro.
what you just said is
Who
so.
give a fuck about
what you-
entertainment?
what you-
Don't you want to see the best product?
What you just said is so
Like
far
McDonald's
from the
might
truth.
give you something that
What
tastes
you
good,
just
but
said,
is it
bro,
really good for
so-
you?
What you just said is so far from the truth and so far stupid What do you mean if you be social, you gonna be a hoe? No, if you be social,
Good.
no,
you
if
have
you be,
more of a chance to be a hoe.
Dog,
You gonna run into a nigga.
no, that's
If a
nigga,
little
you
girl
can be
keep her head
social.
in the books and go to school and don't fuck with nobody and just focus on herself, focus on her business, she got more of a chance of succeeding other than somebody trying to be a social butterfly or
What's
trying
wrong with being
to
social?
party or trying to make friends.
No.
That leads you to other bullshit.
What's wrong with, no, if you smart, you could be social and keep your head in the books. What you're telling, what you basically just explained is, oh, well, I don't want you to do nothing at all. I just want you to read, go to school, get good grades. I don't want you to have
And these are the Mark Zuckerbergs.
I don't want you to have any. Mark Zuckerberg, the one that created a social network site,
These are the
same Mark
apps.
Zuckerberg that
These are the
created
people that are
Facebook,
successful.
the same person
People that don't worry about friends. People not worried about
this
partying.
nigga
and being
created
loaded.
Facebook. He created Facebook. What are you talking about?
It's a social network.
He created a social network.
Listen to
Keyword.
what I'm saying.
He created
people
a
people that's money motivated, people that's fucking focused, they motherfucking
You gotta be
motherfucking succeed.
okay.
They're not
So
distracted.
so he created Facebook. How do you think this shit got to be $1 billion corporation? Because he had to go network. He had to go be social, my nigga. What are you talking about?
You're right, bro.
What are you talking about?
Ain't true though. Nigga, how could
You can't create something and then not talk to nobody and then expect somebody to invest in that shit to make you a billionaire? No,
Hey.
you gotta go be social.
Hey, hustler.
You gotta promote this shit.
There ain't no friends when you grinding.
Nigga,
Everything else is a
when you
distraction.
hustling, you gotta be
It ain't
social.
no fucking
You gotta
friends.
talk.
It ain't no friends when you going to school.
Bro.
Everything else is a distraction.
When you being a hustler, don't you gotta talk to niggas?
Yes, you do.
You know what it really mean to hustle, bro?
When you making money, yeah.
You gotta talk to niggas.
outside shit that's gonna distract you from making money.
You gotta talk to motherfuckers
For sure.
when you hustling.
There ain't no time for hanging out and being social.
I'm not talking about hanging out. You don't gotta hang out, but you can be social. So basically what you saying is you would want your daughter to go to school and just go to class and do her work, and then when they have recess and lunch, you don't want her to talk to nobody? You don't want her to hang out?
My cousins, they graduated college. They didn't get distracted by bitches. They didn't get distracted by
But
friends.
you're
they
talking,
made it through.
It's a difference between getting distracted and being social.
Right.
You could be social and not get distracted. Nigga, I was very social in high school. I still graduated. What are you saying?
If I wasn't distracted,
You're distracted because you made.
if I wasn't distracted, if
And-
other people weren't distracted,
That's decisions you
Then-
made, bro.
Right.
That ain't got nothing to do with
No,
being
you're
social.
missing the whole
and,
point.
and to be honest with you, bro, you wasn't that social like that.
you missing the point. You missing the point. When someone is not focused and not keeping their eye on the prize
You
and doing something other than what they're supposed to be doing, like I tell my daughter all the time, you go to school for education. Fuck your friends. They broke. They poor. They don't have nothing. Their parents pay for everything. You living up to somebody else's unrealistic expectations. Fuck your friends. Fuck being cool. They gonna do what they need to do to make them what they need to be. So go to school. Your fucking grades is your fucking check. So go get your check. Go get your money, my nigga.
So she shouldn't have no friends. She shouldn't want to go hang out, go to the movies, nothing
For
like
what?
that.
It's a distraction.
Because it's called being social. It's called having
a
a
book. Educate herself so she's more prepared for the real world.
So you can't do both? Can't do both?
Hey, JCN, if I could start my life
do
from
both?
scratch.
You can't do both?
Hey, you didn't hear JCN when he said, I used to be just a Jason to follow. He was the one to follow. He kept his head in the books while we was out here doing some
I think that's
fucking...
dumb as shit.
You
I
feel
think
me?
that,
Come
I
on,
think
bro.
that's dumb as shit. I think that's dumb as shit. It's okay to be social. It's just you got to know what to get into and what not to get into when it comes as far as who to be around and who not to be around. But it's okay to be social and still go to school, get your grades, get your money, do all that stuff. It's okay to talk. It's okay to have friends. It's okay to hang out every now and then. You don't have to be a mute and isolate yourself from the world.
Kobe Bryant did it.
Kobe Bryant was social. I think that's what a lot of people didn't know about Kobe Bryant, that he was pretty damn social. He just didn't let the world see it. Ask Matt Barnes that. I just seen a clip the other day when Matt Barnes said, how come you don't show the world this side of you? And Kobe said, I can't let the motherfuckers see that. It's not to say that he wasn't that. He just didn't let nobody see it.
What about when we talked about when Dwayne Wade and Carmelo and LeBron, like, nigga, we coming back from the club and this nigga coming from the gym 4 or 5 in the morning, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? That's to my point. Focus your eyes.
Wait a minute. Was Carmelo great?
And didn't you say they all came back and had the best things in their careers when they started copying him?
Was Carmelo great?
Very much so.
Was Dwayne Wade great?
Awesome.
Was LeBron James great?
Yes, he is.
They're all very social. Next topic.
What do you mean?
They're all very social.
What do you mean?
They're all
They
very.
learn from Kobe, though.
Yes, and they're all very social. They still hang out. They still do what they do. But what they did was they incorporated what Kobe did into their regimen.
Okay, it's
They
other
didn't-
guys
they
like
didn't
that.
stop.
Like Larry
They didn't-
Fitzgerald
they didn't stop.
Or Jerry Rice.
They did not
People are
stop.
just focused on the job
They
and not
didn't-
trying to be a social butterfly.
That's you.
Fuck fame.
You wanna-
fuck all that. My
you wanna-
nigga, do your job.
Listen,
You can't put on with somebody else.
Yeah, exactly. And I understand you about the fame, but that's fame. That's fame. That's everybody knows you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you got your select circle of friends to hang out with, you know what that's called? It's called being social. You can have your little small circle of friends to hang out with and kick it with and go do stuff with and still be able to focus on what the task at hand is. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
I got you.
I don't know how we got into that, but whatever.
Yeah.
We didn't do something in the last episode that I want to do this episode, bring it back. Greg, we about to start getting on some heads.
Okay, you're right about that.
We sure didn't do it last week. Now I want to start this one off myself. Let me bring something up here.
Okay.
Because there's a couple people whose heads I want to get on first. I'm gonna start with the lighter one, and I'm gonna get to the heavy one.
Let's go.
So the lighter one, Mr. Rashad McCants.
Get on his head.
For a minute. And this is a debate that was had on Gilbert Arenas podcast again with Miko Grimes. For those of y'all don't know, Miko Grimes, former college basketball player. She played overseas. She played for a few years, then she came back. She's been in some trouble, been in the news for other stuff that I won't get into. She's married to Brent Grimes, who plays in the NFL. They were having a debate. The debate was along the lines of, let me make sure I say this right, is that if you're the leader of your team, you're the best player on the team, regardless of who plays on the team. I'm gonna tell you. I'm glad you said that because I'm gonna tell you who he was referring to. He was referring to Russell Westbrook on the Clippers. Everybody knows Russell Westbrook's not the best player on that team. They got Kawhi Leonard, they got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard's the best player on that team,
For sure.
hands down, not even close.
Right.
But Russell Westbrook, which I will agree with, is the leader on that team. He's
Yeah.
the vocal one. He's the emotional one. He's the hype one. He's gonna get the crowd
That was
going.
job.
Tyronn Lue even said that.
Yeah.
When he was on Gilbert Arenas podcast. I don't know why we so focused on Gilbert Arenas podcast.
Hey,
But he said the same thing.
shout out to Side. Shout out to
Shout
whole
out, hey,
Gilbert
what's up,
Arenas.
Josiah? That's a Crenshaw finest right there. I disagree with Rashad McCants saying that Russell Westbrook is the best player on the
Hell
team.
no.
That's his friend, though.
Huh?
That's his
Who
friend.
the fuck who his friend is?
What? The truth.
But
is the
here's
truth.
my issue with what Rashad
Come on,
McCants.
bro. So you gonna dirty Mac me, my nigga?
Now I'm not dirty Mac. If you're not the
No,
best,
I'm
you ain't
saying
the
you
best.
gonna dirty Mac me, my nigga, if they put the mic to you.
No,
you
how
talk
you
bad
you ain't the
another
best.
nigga.
I'm talking bad about you. I'm saying you're not better than somebody else.
But I went, bro.
That's what they asked him. Who's the best?
So you, what you saying is, if I say you was better than another nigga and a nigga put a mic in my face and you're my friend, and I say if you better than another nigga, even if you not, you saying I'm capping and yapping?
Nigga, if you're not better than the other person, that is just the truth. The fact is, he's not better than Kawhi Leonard.
So
I
here,
ain't, what the?
so
That's better than
let me
arguing.
finish before we finish this.
What?
So basically, Miko Grimes disagreed with him, kind of like how we're disagreeing with him, right? And she said, no, he's not the best player on the team because he's the emotional leader on the team, which I agree with.
Right.
Here's what I didn't like what Rashad McCants did.
Right.
What Rashad McCants did was he tried to lowball Miko Grimes. You never played in the NBA, so you don't know what it means to be the best on the team.
Right.
Miko Grimes was the best on her team when she played overseas.
Right.
She was the star player.
Right.
Stats prove it.
What?
Rashad McCants, sir, let me holler at you for a minute.
Right.
You played 4 years in the league. 4.
Right.
4.
Right. I don't even know who he is.
Thank you. Went to
I know who he is.
North Carolina. He
Yeah, remember, I'm not into that
went to
shit.
North Carolina, played in the league 4 years.
know.
With Minnesota, your last year in the league, you got traded to Sacramento. Your career high for a season is 14 points a game. Your career average is 10 points a game. You are at best a role player. Not one time was you ever the best player on your team. Ever. You weren't even the best player at North Carolina when you was there. You're not good like that. For you to talk bad about Miko Grimes like she couldn't hoop, didn't hoop, I thought that was bullshit.
What?
I thought it was foul. You not good like that. And I already had a beef with you because you talked shit about Austin Reeves, saying that the only reason why Austin Reeves is getting headline is because he played for the Lakers and the Lakers are trash. The same Lakers that just came off a trip to the Western Conference Finals.
Right.
So that was bullshit. And by the way, for those of y'all that ain't been paying attention, Austin Reeves has been killing in the FIBA World Cup. Killing.
And Ant-Man.
And Anthony Edwards. Been killing. So all y'all that been talking all that shit about Austin Reeves, y'all can shut the fuck up now because he's showing y'all that he earned that contract the Lakers gave him. Rashad McCants. Austin Reeves is better than you. Miko Grimes is better than you.
For real.
You was a role player at best in the NBA. And again, you only played 4 years. So you barely had a cup of coffee in the NBA. So you are the last person to be talking about what somebody else didn't do when you didn't do.
You can't even speak on that.
You have no room to talk shit about anybody that's ever played basketball because you wasn't good like that, bro.
Right.
You wasn't good like that in North Carolina. You wasn't good like that in Minnesota. You wasn't good like that in Sacramento. There's a reason why you only played 4 years in the NBA.
Right.
4.
Right.
4, sir.
Right.
So I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up forever and start giving the people the respect that they deserve when they're having a debate with you. Don't go into that, you never did this, you never did that, because guess what, Rashad McCants? You never
You're
did
not
it
the person
either.
that can say that.
You never did it either.
Gilbert Arenas can say that.
Gilbert Arenas can say that.
'Cause that nigga.
Brandon Jennings can say that.
Yeah.
You can't, sir.
Yeah, you wasn't the man.
You wasn't
I don't
shit.
know who the fuck that nigga is.
You wasn't
I
shit when you
right.
was in the NBA.
Like I said, bro.
You-
And I'm not a person who be OD into it, but I be into it enough to know who the fuck if somebody was making some noise. I would
Yeah, Rashad McCants didn't make no
And I ain't
noise.
never
I
heard
said he
him.
barely
I
had
don't know
a,
position, nigga.
he barely had a pit stop in the NBA.
Yeah.
He played for Minnesota.
Yeah, and that's definitely.
And Minnesota was trash when you
Yeah.
played for them.
That's-
And even with Minnesota being trash, you weren't the best player on the team.
Because think about this. How many teams has it been where the person who had the most voice would be the team fucking captain? Nigga, like it was never real though. Like, think about who was the team captain on the Spurs.
It wasn't Tim Duncan.
Damn sure was Tim Duncan because that nigga barely. So
Might have been Tony Parker, maybe Ginobili.
see what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
But Tim Duncan was the best
Best
player.
player. That's
You know
David
what I'm
Robinson.
saying?
David Robinson.
Yeah. Might have been David
Well,
Robinson.
David Robinson left.
But we all know
Nigga,
Tim Duncan was far and away the best player on the
He
team.
was the best player on the team.
But
for
he
sure.
wasn't the vocal
Sure.
leader.
For
That was
sure.
more Tony Parker, Manny Ginobili.
For real.
Maybe Bruce Bowen.
Probably Bruce Bowen. That's what I'm saying.
But Tim Duncan,
For real.
let's come closer to home.
Yes.
Best player on the Lakers.
Man,
Hands
yeah.
down. Kobe
Yeah.
Bryant.
Yeah,
Who was their vocal leader? Derek Fisher.
Sure was.
It was Derek Fisher.
He was a kid, man. He was a fucking
It was Derek
he was
Fisher
a
and Lamar
kid.
Odom.
Yeah.
It was Derek Fisher and Lamar
Sure
Odom.
was. And that's the perfect
Hello.
to show you
You know what I'm saying?
that ain't got nothing to do with that.
But we
Hello.
all know who the best
They
player
know.
was. So
Down
I'm
right
just
down
saying.
back, you know.
Same thing applies. Who had you getting on, man?
You know what?
Because I got a special one for y'all next.
Dakota Rain Prescott.
Not leave that Prescott.
Get on his head. I don't even know why. But get on his head.
This is your time, bro. Like, I wanna quote.
Where did he go?
I wanna.
So what?
Where is he at right now?
Dak Prescott?
He's still with my team.
Oh,
I wanna quote the great Tupac Amaru Shakur. You know, 20 years ago, a friend of mine told me, Dak Prescott, this is your time to blow our minds. This is your season. This is your time. Michael Jordan went 9 seasons without winning the title. When he finally busted his cherry,
8,
can you finally
7.
bust your cherry? Can you
7.
finally get your job done? Can you finally do what Jerry's paying you? Can you finally do what Gerald Wayne Jones is paying you a lot of money to do?
The answer is no, but continue.
Like, I don't believe in you. I believe in you because you're a black man. But I don't believe because what you've shown is you're going to do me like what Marion did Marcus Houston and you got served and leave me and I'm walking through the hallway and I get packed out and you ain't going to answer your phone. And that's what you've done for me the last 7-8 years. And that's what Tony Romo did for me for 9 years. And that's what it's been for me as a Cowboy fan, like the Israelites walking through the fucking wilderness for 40 years, saying Jesus walks, waiting for our next Messiah after Troy Aikman.
That's not true. You witnessed Super Bowl championships.
As a Cowboy fan.
You've witnessed 3 Super Bowl championships as a Cowboy fan.
After Troy Aikman. We've been walking through the garden, in the wilderness,
Okay.
singing We Shall Overcome. Get it together, Dak Prescott. we got a gift. We got a gift from an enemy that make way less money than you.
I feel like we got a lot more times this year where you're gonna have something to say about Dak Prescott, but
I'm trying to tell you, like I said, you like the drunk uncle in your family. You want to believe in them, but you know, hey, you like money making Mitch. I smell motherfucking money a mile away. One of them type niggas. You know, you want to believe in a nigga is not janky, but the nigga show you everything other than that, right, G baby? Like, damn, bro. Like, hey, Dak. I gotta sleep like this, like money making fucking Mitch, nigga, on you. Like, cause you finna do some bullshit. And this has been another.
oh wait, no, I'm not done.
Oh, you not done? Well,
I'm not done.
Let's do it.
Done.
Let's go.
I'm
Let's
not
go.
done.
Who are you getting on next?
Let's go.
Stephen A. Smith.
Get on that no fuck up headline, nigga. Head. Get on it.
Mr. Twist up people's words so he could seem right.
Oh yeah,
Let
get
me-
on
Let
this
me
head.
tell y'all something else that happened this week. Shout out to Chino Hill's finest, Lonzo Ball. Stephen A. Smith went on First Take. And Stephen A. Smith said he got words from a reliable source. Reliable source. That Lonzo Ball was having trouble sitting down with his injured knee and standing up. He was having issues. As I'm saying this, there's going to be a video posted of Lonzo Ball sitting down and standing up with no problem on his knee that's supposedly messed up.
Stephen A., who are your sources, bro? Please tell me who your sources are. Come on, man. You gotta stop yapping. And I actually like you, man. I don't even know you like that, but I like you. I'm coming back, man. Come on.
So, Lonzo Ball basically said that, who's your source? Could have called me. I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to be back. Come on, Stephen A. And he said, I like you, Stephen A., but who's your source? So here's what Stephen A. did. Stephen A. the next day went on his show and twisted up the words and said, Lonzo Ball, you sitting down and standing up in a chair on your beach home is supposed to make me think that you're healthy? Bro, you're not healthy. Here's my issue with that, Stephen A. Smith. You originally said that your source told you, and then you went on your podcast and almost name dropped the source. His doctor said that he was having problems sitting down and standing up. Lonzo Ball posted a video of him sitting down and standing up with no problem. We know Lonzo Ball's not healthy. That's why he's about to miss the whole season. Because he got to get that knee right.
He about to miss this upcoming
He's about to miss
season?
the whole season. They already announced it. He's not going to play this year because he got to get that left knee right. We know that. We know he's not healthy. But health wasn't the question. Health wasn't what you said, Stephen A. You said a source, which turned out you said on your podcast was his doctor, told you that he had problems sitting down and standing up. He posted a video of him sitting down and standing up with no problem. You then went on your platform and said you're not healthy, bro. Why are you sending me that video? Stephen A., he sent you the video because you said your source told you he had a problem sitting down and standing up. He called you out on it and showed you that he doesn't have a problem sitting down, standing up. But you, because you were wrong, and you don't like being wrong, you don't like being called out, you don't like when people call you on your bullshit, went and switched up the words, twisted up the words, and said, bro, you're not healthy. Nobody was talking about him being healthy or not. He was talking about him sitting down and standing up.
Fucking goofy.
Everybody knows he's not healthy. But what we do know is that what your source told you was false, was off. You don't have no problem sitting down and standing up. Stephen A. Smith, nobody's in this world is perfect. Everybody has a point in their time where they're wrong about something they said. They're wrong about something they did. Stephen A., you and your source were wrong about what y'all said. Just admit that and move on.
That's it.
Don't twist the words up into making it seem like you were right all along. You were wrong. You were wrong. It's okay to be wrong, sir. It's not the end of the world. You're still Stephen A. Smith. You still have your podcast. You still have a New York Times best-selling book. You still have your #1 rated show on ESPN. You still have all that. It's okay to be wrong one time. All of that is not going to end because you were wrong about what your source told you and what you reported on your show, First Take. For all you First Take fans, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, ESPN. Which, by the way, congratulations, because Shannon Sharp is going to be on there now, Mondays and Tuesdays, talking football. And it's not going to be two people. It's not
How
going to be
long
two
do
people.
you think that's gonna last?
I think it's going to last for a minute because it's not going to be two people screaming at each other like Stephen A. and
It's
Michael
not,
Irvin.
but who you think is a better is a bigger star? Let's be fucking real.
Right now, Shannon Sharp.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You don't think that he's gonna start to?
Oh yeah, he's definitely
Outshine
going.
Stephen
Yeah, he's
A.
definitely
Smith?
going to outshine Stephen A. Smith.
You think
The way he do the same way he
Hanging with
started
a headline
outshining
like
Smith
that?
Bailey, he's going to outshine Stephen A.
Gonna
Smith.
let a in shape Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
buff ass,
But
know how to
the
do
reason-
thing, nigga.
Like I was telling
Feel
him,
this shine,
like I was telling him earlier, the reason
bullshit.
why I like that pairing on Mondays and Tuesdays better than Stephen A. Smith and Michael Irvin is because all they did was scream at each other.
Right.
Stephen A. screams.
Right.
Michael Irvin screams.
Right.
You barely can understand what the fuck they saying because they
Right.
all screaming at each other.
Right, true.
Shannon Sharp don't scream.
Shannon Sharp should be on the show every day of the week.
He should, because Shannon Sharp can talk all sports. He can talk baseball, he
Yeah.
can talk tennis, he can talk
But
basketball,
you gotta
he
think
can talk
about that. You
football.
would not put him on, nigga. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't. If you put him on the show for 7 days a week, nigga, it's gonna be called the Shannon Sharp Show. Nigga, I'm just telling you what it is, nigga. It is what it is, man. You gotta remember, this old Kermit the Frog looking motherfucker got in when it wasn't hip in sports. So he was the first. But just because you are the first, that doesn't mean you are the best. He was just the first of mixing a little inner city, you know what I'm saying? Like knowing about black shit, hip shit,
Yeah.
with that. But he's a goofy. So like when the real come around, the goofy look like the goofy. You feel what I'm saying? For real.
Mm-hmm.
So Shannon Sharp over there, like I say, man, to be real, like yeah, like nigga, it's just like yeah, nigga. So that's when I seen it, I just seen it. I was like, ooh.
I think it's gonna be dope, and I hope they don't.
It's
just
gonna be
do-
dope.
I hope they don't just do it and just relegate Shannon Sharp to talking football.
Yeah.
Because we all seen on Undisputed, Shannon Sharp know his shit.
Every day.
He know his shit.
Every
That man
day.
can talk basketball with the best of them. He can talk
Anything.
baseball. He can talk baseball with the best of them.
Anything.
He can talk tennis with the best of them.
Anything.
He's a football player, so
Right.
you know he can talk football.
Right.
Like he can talk sports with the best of them. So my only thing to that is don't just relegate Shannon Sharp
Nah.
to talking football.
But I get it.
That's Michael Irvin. That's not Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, nah.
He's proven that he can talk sports.
Proven.
So Stephen A., stop twisting up people's words. That's the moral of what I just said. Like,
Ain't love.
you don't have to do that, Stephen A.
Shout out to It Is What It Is. We was talking about last week.
Mhm.
They just got a $30 million deal.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? For real though. In not even a full motherfucking year.
Mm-hmm.
This is about to change the game for everybody.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah.
For anybody in the third.
Uh-huh.
This is opening the door
Yeah.
to the internet sports shit.
For real. For real.
TV sports shit
For real.
is gonna die
Taking
in
over.
the next 4 fucking years.
Mhm.
It's fucking over with. Because now that this is winning, like I tell you, the cool is now in the building. You get what I'm saying? For real. The cool is now in the building.
Hey, and we've been in the building.
Yeah.
We're not just no startup pop and shop, mom and pop shop.
No.
Hey, I want to say shout out to the families of the great Terry Funk and shout out to the families of Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? Condolences. I've been a wrestling fan all my life. So for all our fans of the Big and Skip podcast, sports podcast, you know, we just want to acknowledge that. And this has been another edition of the Big and Skip podcast.
If anybody got a business,
Anybody got a business that want to advertise, you know, let us know. Holler at us.
Well,
Get at us on Instagram, get at us on TikTok, get at us on
Twitter.
anywhere. Twitter, we everywhere.
Yeah,
X rather.
Twitter.
but yeah, but I don't. Like I said, I don't see that going. I see that going about maybe a year and a half before Shannon Sharp is really. Shannon Sharp is a star, man. He's a star, man. Like he is. Like maybe I think, man, Skip.
He been a star.
But I'm just saying, he's in this field. Once he in it, once you let certain people in the field that just got this shit down, it's hard to play a sidekick.
Yeah, it is.
when you're not a sidekick, and he's not really gonna overstep his boundaries. But I'm saying that he's just gonna shine on his own. Like you feel what I'm saying? To where I ain't gonna lie, I don't know. Like I said, Steven said Smith got it. He don't like to be challenged.
He don't.
And one is gonna be a topic that Shannon Sharp may not gonna yell, but he's gonna challenge him in the way that Shannon Sharp do, and it's going to make him feel
Some type of way.
some type of way.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So congratulations on that, though. That's real, y'all.
Press that like button, press that share button, press that subscribe button, tell a friend, bring a friend, come again.
We out of here. Till next time. Y'all know this is the Big Skill Podcast.
Notorious.
Happy birthday, Kobe Bryant. And
Happy birthday, me.
Happy unfortunate anniversary to
Happy birthday, Nip.
my first mythological wife, Aaliyah, who passed away 22 years ago yesterday.
That's crazy. That's a long time.
Rest in peace,
Niggas
Aaliyah. Rest in peace, Kobe. Happy belated Nip.
Shout out to all Leos.
We out of here.
Yeah.